Hey, what's going on everyone? It's Jimbo and welcome back to my channel. Today we're taking a look at this product right here. This is the Hybrid Solutions, or the Turtle Wax. This is their new scratch repair kit. And so often as a professional detailer, I get calls for people that have used one of these or their dishes sponge, a Brillo pad, to remove something like sap or bird poop that's been on there for a while that's actually etched its way through the clear coat. And so as I was thinking about it and playing around with this kit, I thought, man, what better way to demonstrate how this kit would actually work than a real world test of what I'm actually seeing my customers deal with. And then they call me and say, hey, I messed up. I had some sap on my car, I had bird poop on my car, I parked under a tree, whatever. And then I used a Brillo pad, or my wife used a Brillo pad and she was trying to help me out, or man, the stories are endless when it comes to car paint and Brillo pads. And so I thought this would be a perfect demonstration to see if you run into that situation at home. Is the Hybrid Solutions Scratch Repair Kit a good product that you could pick up on Amazon or at your local auto parts store, or Walmart, whatever, to solve your problem or save the day? Maybe you're a spouse watching this video going, crap, I just used a Brillo pad on my partner's car and now they're on vacation and I messed up and now I gotta fix this before they see what's happening. No judgment here. Let's see how this kit works and if it will save your day. Let's get into it. So what I'm actually gonna do is take this pad right here, this Brillo pad, because believe it or not, it's fairly common for people to think that they can clean their car with this. And as you see, it's gonna create some instant scratches right away. And this is pretty aggressive and I hope the camera's picking that up. If not, I'll bring you in a little bit. And what I wanna do is I wanna do a tape line right down the middle. I'll try to kind of make them even. And then I wanna see if the scratch repair kit will actually restore this and what that would look like. I've gone through this kit before, but just for the sake of this video, we will show you what you get inside of it. So let me dump everything out. So inside the kit, you're gonna get 2 pairs of gloves, like lunch lady gloves. You are gonna get the premium clarifying compound. So the compound in this kit is meant to be used by hand, but we might have to use by machine or see if we can get a better result by machine. But you're gonna get the clarifying compound, and then you're gonna get the clear coat fill and seal coating. So that's kind of cool that I think this is one of the only kits that actually comes with a ceramic coating, but I could be wrong. And so hopefully between the compound and then, and it also comes with these towels that kind of feel like paper towels, and then a foam applicator. And so the idea is that you would, as an applicator, you would use the foam block, and then after you correct the scratch with the compound, you will use the sealer, the clear coat. It's basically clear coat in a bottle, and apply it to the applicator and then finish applying it in. So let's get working. I'm gonna do a tape line, then I'm gonna use the compound and see if we can make any progress on this one. So I'm really hoping the camera could actually pick up the scratches as I'm seeing it, and I'm pretty sure it can. But this is to the level of a realistic, when someone goes, oh shoot, I think I messed up. I had bird poop, I had sap, I had something on my car paint, and for whatever reason, I thought I needed to go super aggressive and I didn't realize how soft clear coat was. I did it, shoot. And as a professional, I've been called out for stuff like this all the time. So this is pretty big surface, but I'm gonna put the clarifying compound on it first, and I'm gonna do it by hand on one side, and then if I have to do it by machine on the other, we will try that. So let's go. And you want to work the compound. You can do it multiple times if you want to, but you pretty much want to work it until your arm gets sore, which is pretty much what it comes down to. But if your arm is sore, you probably have it about to this. And the idea is that you would get the majority of it out. So for me, it cleaned it up a lot, but I want to go one more with it because I still see some junk in there, and I want to give the clear coat, when it's ready, the best ability to fill and do what it does. But what you want to do is you want to really level those surface scratches as much as possible first. So if you use your right arm and your right arm's sore, give your left arm a try, left hand a try. And you don't be afraid to add a little bit of pressure. You don't want to dig and add too much pressure, because as we saw, the clear coat is super, super soft as it is. So work it until your arm's sore again. There we go. It's looking really good. So that's looking really good. And now we will be ready for the clear coat. So there is before. That's what your paint will look like after you use a Scotch-Brite pad on it. And then right there is after. Still there, this is just after compound. So let's see how much the clear coat fills that in. But in person, overhead, as you can see, there's a dramatic difference between this side and that side. So now that we've compounded it, we're ready to put on our lunch lady gloves. And we have the clarifying compound, and we're gonna apply it. Now it says to apply a pretty generous amount without it dripping. And then as you apply it, you actually wanna overlap where the scratch is. So you wanna go further, and what you can do is come back tomorrow or 24 hours later and kind of round the edges of where you stopped with the coating. So that should be plenty right there. And what it's gonna do is it's gonna self-level, but around the edges of where you applied the clear coat, if you could see it, you can wait 24 hours and then you can kind of use the same clarifying compound and go around the edges to kind of blend it, if you will. But it's extremely straightforward, looks incredibly good, and I think the game changer is this clear coat, because it just fills in so much better and makes for a dramatic difference. So this is after the filled in clear coat. So there you can see that's the Scotch-Brite before. That's horrendous. And then that's after. Remember, this is all by hand. So you can't really even see the edges of where I applied it, maybe a little bit, but I can go back tomorrow and kind of touch it up. But look at how dramatic of a difference that is. Again, all by hand, no machine. So this is what it looks like 24 hours after. Again, there's where we started. So that was the Brillo pad. And all by hand, we got it to there. So in my opinion, this is acceptable, especially when you compare it to that. If you're staring down the barrel of your car paint looking like that, or more importantly, an isolated incident, and you can get it to there, you're good to go. But as a professional, what I want to see is, can I get it a little bit more? So I'm going to polish, and what you can do, I can't even really see if there's any edges of where the clear coat was applied, and even in person you can't, maybe a little bit right, maybe a tiny bit right around there, but barely. But you could smooth out or level the clear coat with the clarifying compound. So what I'm going to do is actually use the clarifying compound and put it on a buffer and see if I can clean this up a little bit more and then re-clear coat it. But as you can see, that's really bad. And that is significantly better. So not bad by hand at all. In fact, incredible by hand. But just for funsies, I'm gonna see if I can clean it up even more. So in all honesty, it looks good enough. It looks great, especially if you're the DIYer at home. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the clarifying compound. I have a Buff and Shine Oreo pad, and this is the Nano Skin polisher. I guess it's called the Black Speed. It's just a dual action polisher, and what I wanna see is, can I get more perfect results if you have the ability to like use the machine. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some of the clarifying compound on there. I'm gonna polish out this side of the panel and see if it's gonna look better. So that's what we started with before. Both sides look like this. And then this is with the polisher. So as you can see, if you do have access to a buffer, you are gonna get significantly better results than by hand, though by hand is sufficient and good enough. Again, I was just seeing if we could get much better, but with that Oreo pad and the clarifying compound with the coating, bada bing, bada boom. So if you mess up your car, you can get it back perfect, don't worry. Just gonna take a little bit of elbow grease. So sufficient by hand, better with machine. And there you go. Let's even rip this so we can get a real good 50-50. How's that? Boom. Pretty impressive. That compound's awesome. So great news if you're that person who messed up your partner's car or your own car, or you have a lease return and blah, blah, blah. I'm telling you, the stories that I've heard from people are endless. But I think, rest assured that this kit, if you're in that situation, will be perfect. Though the rule of thumb is for scratches, if you could fit your fingernail in the scratch, so if you run your fingernail over the scratch, nothing is gonna fix that. So this is for kind of in the clear coat scratches, not deeper than the clear coat, because the only thing that'll fix deeper than a clear coat scratch will be actually repainting it. So this is saving you from the body shop, saving you from admitting to your partner that something happened, but giving you that kind of body shop level results, with the one caveat being you can't obviously fix a scratch that's deeper and completely through the clear coat and the color coat. So this is in the clear coat scratches that this fixed. But as you can see in this video, as you scrub with a Brillo pad, if you have that, and this is all by hand, this kind of even leaves out if you have a buffer available. And for me, it did a satisfactory job even by hand. Obviously, if you have a bigger area that you're trying to do, or you just want to speed up the process a little bit and you have a machine readily available, so maybe if you're a professional detailer, this would also be a perfect kit to kind of have in your arsenal, I guess, because you get plenty of compound, you get plenty of clear coat, you get plenty of it to do multiple cars, multiple scratches, multiple times. But for me, I'm completely happy with this, and so I will have everything linked up in the show notes below or the description below. I will also have a link to my Amazon storefront that has all my favorite all-purpose cleaners and all my favorite products there. I get asked that question a million times. what my favorite spray wax is, for example. So I have all those over on my Amazon storefront, and I'll make sure to link that in the description below. Hope you guys enjoyed that product review, and I'll catch you on the next one. See ya.